Welcome back to another episode of Real Aussie Adventures. I definitely had a little bit too much to drink yesterday. I'm feeling alright. I am absolutely famished. I feel like I haven't eaten in a week. But yeah, no, that's that. And in some positive news, I have 4 tyre caps on my car again. Hallelujah. Thankfully this place has a lot of like derelict cars lying around. Broken, smashed up. Some already missing tyre caps. But I managed to make up the full set, so hooray! I will still never stop looking for tyre caps because this probably isn't going to be the only time that I lose 3/4 of my tyre caps. We'll see. But that is that. We're currently fueling up the car and then we'll go get some breakfast and then we'll go on our drive. It's going to be a 7-hour drive today because we chose to stay an extra night here at the fantastic Daly Waters pub. And yeah, that's a 7-hour drive ahead of us, which will spit us out slightly north, well, a couple, maybe 100 or so k's north of Alice Springs. But yeah, that's that. We went inside Tim's Junkyard, which was one of the attractions at the Daly Waters pub township. There was so much stuff everywhere. A lot of stuff. And a lot of it was pretty old and pretty cool. But I did find a Beezer for my dad. Right up there. And some Kawasaki's for my friend. We have arrived at Tennant Creek and we're going to have a look at the Battery Hill Gold Mining and Heritage Centre. See what we can do. Got a few hours to kill. Unfortunately we couldn't get inside of the mine because I got postponed from the visitor centre today, so it's closed in case other visitors come in and need advice, but I did manage to get some maps, a little bit of information on Tennant Creek, and a brochure for Queensland as well. And now I'm just going to go for a wander around, look at some of the old bits of machinery. There's there's not really any signposts up that sort of tell you what this kind of stuff was. So I guess it'll just be an imagine and think what it might do. Because I still have no idea. I'm just a girl. Right, so we finished up at Tennant Creek. Didn't really stop and do anything. That place definitely gave me the creeps, or at least a weird vibe. Because as we were driving through town, not a single property, whether it be a house or other community building, did not have a 6-foot high fence with at least spikes on the top. The caravan park had electric wire, 4 lines of electric wire on the top of it. And I'm thinking, look, the information centre man told me, yeah, this place isn't quite so bad. Like it's like any other town. But then I drive through that town and it looks like that. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I certainly didn't like the feeling of leaving my car out of eyesight. That's for sure. But anyway, that is that. We'll be passing through there again. I'm really glad that the information centre was sort of, I guess, 2 k's out of the actual town centre. Because when I was going for my wander around outside, I didn't feel all that unsafe. It was just driving through town and afterwards that I'm thinking, gosh, the place doesn't feel quite so safe. But anyway, that is that. We're on our way now to the Devil's Marbles. And so we'll be sitting in the car for just under an hour. And yeah, that is that. We're back in red dirt country, so everything you see on either side of the road is just red dirt and spinifex and perhaps the occasional low hanging tree. Made it to the Devil's Marbles. It was quite a strange turn off, as in like it just sort of popped up and was like, turn off here. And then we were in here. It's like a little deviation onto the next town. But it's pretty cool. They've got some spirit sort of things that come and steal your children, a bit like at Mimby Caves. But of course they're different, known by different things here, given the different language group that we are in. But it's just very interesting. A little bit of culture and everything. So that's a story that was saying the children. But yeah, and then a little bit of how they got formed. The walks that I'll probably be doing will be this first one here, probably the second one, and maybe the third as well. So on the map here, do that single one, then number 2 and 3. Should be pretty good, but unfortunately we cannot camp here. I heard that the campground was full. I'm not going to try. And then we'll carry on for the last 2 hours of driving for the day. Went back to the car, got a hat after we finished the first little walk, and now we're going to do a little lookout and another loop walk, and yeah, then we'll hop back in the car and drive onwards. This is our little loop walk, the lookout, sorry. We're halfway on the loop walk. So yes, that's that. These are the only ones we're allowed to walk on. So that's pretty good. We made it to Tea Tree. I have already had a snack I had a snack on the road, a bit of leftover pork mince from the fajitas like last week or something, which was pretty tasty. Definitely one of the hardest meals I've ever tried to eat while driving, considering I grabbed probably the worst utensil. I grabbed a fork, not a spoon. So I was sort of sitting there shoveling it up going, well, trying to, of course, drive. But I did it, and I think I only spilt one forkful, so I count that as a win. Forgive the flyaways, I have actually not brushed my hair in 2 days. Probably going on 3 days at the end of today. I will brush it tomorrow. But we made it, had a really nice shower, it was really good. And then I went and checked out the laundry facilities and they're free! Hooray! That makes me so happy that we get free washer and dryer just for paying to be inside this place. So I will not complain to a free washer and dryer.